Hello Rangers, and welcome to Ranger Ruby YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be going over advice for visiting national parks with kids. Let's go ahead and dive right on in. National parks are for the whole family, and there are lots of activities that you can enjoy inside these parks with the whole family. So in today's video, I'll be going over advice that is from real national park rangers on what you should do in preparations for and when visiting national parks with kids. I'll leave the link to everything in the description down below so you can find out more information. And the first piece of advice is to find out what kid-friendly options a park can offer. Many national parks are geared for kids and have certain activities such as a story hour gatherings, recreational trails, and other fun activities and events that are specifically geared towards education in children. There are some activities that might not be geared towards kids that you don't want to do with your child, like going to a cave in a national park and going on a 2 to 3 hour guided tour underground where you can't get out and it might be in confined tight places. There are just some places in national parks that you might not want to go with your kid, but there are definitely places and activities in national parks that they have specifically designed for your children. You can find out specifically what a park has to offer for your kids on the park's official website or on the National Park Service's website. And the second piece of advice that the National Park Rangers have to offer is the Junior Ranger program, of course. Most national parks have a Junior Ranger program, and this is specifically curated for children, although people of all ages can enjoy it. And you can go throughout the park, or it can be done in one location, and there are usually multiple levels for different age groups of children, and you can earn your own badge or patch or certificate, and it's such a fun activity and informational activity for children. It really helps them feel involved and incorporated in the parks, and it's such a good program to use. The third piece of advice that they have to offer is to alter your expectations. You might not get to see or do quite as much as you were planning to initially with your children, and this is something that I'm sure as a parent you might already know, because nothing goes as planned. This might mean that you couldn't go on the full hike that you were intending with your children, and you might have to go halfway and come back before actually making it to the summit or to the point. There are lots of different ways in which you can make something a little bit more kid-friendly, and even if you plan in advance for kid-friendly activities, it might not resonate or click with them. So just remember that plans need to alter and be able to change. And the fourth tip is to create fun games that teaches the leave no trace and navigation. So in national parks, you should know this, but you're not allowed to take anything out of them, even if it's a little rock or a little something. You're really not supposed to do that. It's actually illegal. So you can make it a game and teach kids to look at and observe and point out things and draw and discover things, but just leave it where it is for other people to enjoy. You can also make games in navigation, like pointing things out as you're going along and then pointing things out as you're coming back. And look at all sorts of different things. Really teach your kids to be open and looking at what they're seeing. It can also be fun to use the park maps, even though you might have a GPS system or something else in place, and it's just a fun way to really get a full national park experience with your children. And finally, it's to don't forget your basics. Pack a lunch, bring plenty of water, plenty of bug spray, plenty of sunscreen, a hat, maybe a change of clothes, maybe a swimming gear if you could go to a place that allows for it or near water. There are plenty of opportunities for children to get dirty while exploring the national parks, and that's half the fun. So make sure that they are protected, and on the way back you might want to check for ticks or other bugs. There are lots of simple safety basics that you need to keep in mind, especially when visiting national parks with kids. Well everybody, that's the end in today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up and comment down below with your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. Also be sure to click that red subscribe button and the little bell next to it to always know when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching again, and I shall see you next video. Bye!